Hello and welcome back to Wootton's LiveCast. We're very happy to have you join us here for our April's edition back in the studio.
This is the student-made news broadcast, here to give you an update on the news and events here at Wootton Upper School.
Coming up in this edition, Adam gives us an exclusive interview with Mr. Gleason and the challenges the school had to face in the past year due to the pandemic.
Finlay investigates the inner workings of the English department.
And Ollie tells us more about news from Kimberley College. Welcome to Wootton's LiveCast, a monthly student broadcast reporting on recent news and events at Wootton Upper School. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Amy. It is lovely to be back in our studio after studying from home since January, isn't it, Patrick?
Absolutely. We first see Adam, who introduces an exclusive interview with Executive Principal Mr. Gleason.
Hello and welcome back to your favourite edition of LiveCast. Now, we've all seen recently in the news the Harry and Meghan interview with Oprah Winfrey. I thought I would conduct an interview myself. That's right. I went to see Mr. Gleason to talk about the impact of coronavirus on the education system and our school in particular, and students within the school. Here's a quick trailer.
So coming back even in February, we were very aware things were going to be different, and none of us had expected at that point that school would remain open. What we were going to do to provide those children who are entitled and eligible for free school meals, who are no longer going to get them. And whether we got this right, I think actually we'll have to reflect. We didn't get it right to begin with. We didn't get everything right. Nobody had thought about pandemic. We'd used the expression lockdown before the pandemic. It would have either been to do with a terrorist attack or a swarm of bees or whatever, or there's a gas leak and you have to close all of the windows. Everybody was doing their best in a really, really difficult situation. The workload for colleagues was immense. It's just awful. Will there be a wave 3? Well, I think there probably will. What are we going to do once the pandemic's completely over? Do we want to go back to what we did before? Do we want to continue with what we've done in the last 18 months? Or do we want to do something different again? Well, will we have schools in 100 years? The older I got, the less convinced I am that actually putting 300 people in the sports hall on a particular day of the day and just measuring where they are on one test. I do think that the current year 11 much more disadvantaged than last year's year 11. I know most year 11 students will feel cross that they've lost their exams, but they'll probably feel crosser if they had to stay in school until the end of the summer term. Wouldn't it be fantastic if students carried on sort of catching up the bits that they've sort of lost? I was told in 1986 that A-levels had a very short shelf life, and we probably wouldn't have them in 5 years. Well, there we are, 35 years later, we've still got them. And I think they're going to be here for some time.
I'm sure you thoroughly enjoyed that. Now, the full interview is available on wottonlivecast.com, and I do recommend you go check it out for answers to many of your questions to do with coronavirus, addressing topics addressed in the trailer, and lots more. Hope to see you there. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Adam. If you wish to see the whole interview, it has been published on our website, wottonlivecast.com.
In the last school newsletter, 2 brilliant raps were published by Year 10 students Mason and Tom. They were both focused on their recent lockdown experience. Here is a glimpse at some of the lyrics. Well done, guys. Keep up the creativity.
Let's catch up with Finn, who's going to tell us all about why we should read.
Reading, as always, is more important now than it has ever been before and ever will be again. I decided to ask several teachers, against their will, what they were reading at this current time.
So can I just say that I really enjoy reading, and I do it every night just to calm myself down. Just really it's really good reading. I'm reading like a murder mystery thing, so you think so, but it's good. It's very good. Yeah, I can't actually remember the name of it because it's on my Kindle and I can't actually remember what
So would you be a very good detective if you couldn't remember the name of it, miss?
Probably not a very good detective. No, I like reading murder and mysteries though. Very good. Yeah.
Hello, miss. What are you reading at the moment?
I'm reading The Hollow Crown by Dan Jones.
Oh, a very fascinating book. Would you care to tell us what it's about?
It's about the Wars of the Roses.
All right. Okay. So, florists.
No, a civil war in England.
Oh, civil war in England. All right. We got the VIP, very important person, Mr. Kane here. What are you reading at the moment?
Lots of your work, obviously, because we're submitting a lot of that, but for pleasure, which is important too, of course. Game of Thrones, actually, I'm on book 4 at the minute, slowly getting through it, so that's been enjoyable. I've also been reading the Walking Dead comics as well. If I get some time, I'll have a little look through those. So it's important to read, it's important that we find a quiet place and relax and, look after ourselves and our well-being, further our minds too.
Enjoy Game of Thrones.
Indeed.
Hello, I'm reading The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien.
Oh, lovely. Is that Lord of the Rings based?
Yeah, it's about the whole world, a bigger picture of it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, topically at the moment, I'm reading Andrew Marr's book on Queen Elizabeth II, and given the fact it's her birthday today, what a good day to ask the question. He wrote it in 2011 for the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, and it's lovely. And the reason I enjoy reading those sorts of books is because you can just dip in and dip out, read a few pages here and a few pages there. So it's been lovely in this week, reading about her life with the Duke of Edinburgh. So I thoroughly recommend it as well. Andrew Marr, Queen Elizabeth II.
Okay, so my favourite book at the moment, which I've read before but I reread, is a book called Sapiens, and it's about a book about anthropology and how we as humans, Homo sapiens, came to dominate the planet. So it talks about how there were other there was Homo erectus, Homo neanderthalis, so there were different forms of humans, how we as humans, Homo sapiens, managed to dominate the planet. I'd recommend it to anyone.
It's very good, sir. Do you think that dolphins will one day overtake us when they learn to walk on land?
Yes.
All right, I'm here with Miss Mortimer, the Spanish teacher. She's an avid reader. She reads every day. What books are you reading at the moment, miss?
At the moment, I'm reading mostly children's books to my daughter. For example, Peppa Pig.
One of my favourites.
Alphabet books and numbers books.
Oh, brilliant. Why do you think reading is important?
I think reading is important to improve our vocabulary, to improve our imagination, and also to have an escape from day-to-day life.
Yes, the horrors of reality. Thank you very much, miss. Well, you all just watched that, but if you missed it, I'll recap. We just asked several teachers what they were reading and why it was important to read. So whatever you're doing, make sure that you take some time to do some reading. It could be the paper, it could be a full-on book, or it could just be the TV guide. Look at me, I'm reading a magazine now about Blur from 1999. Have a good summer, guys.
Thank you, Finlay.
Let's go to Ollie, who can tell us more about what's been happening at Kimberley College.
Hi, I'm Ollie, and this is the monthly Kimberley report for LiveCast. Red Nose Day took place on the 19th of March, and students sold red face coverings to raise money for charity. A raffle was also held. Overall, students and staff raised £357.60, so well done to all involved in that. Students also took part in the Brain Tumour Awareness Day by wearing a hat and donating to charity. Last month, sessions were held for Year 12 on racism and radicalisation by Me and You Education. The sessions were really useful and demonstrated the universally accepted British values of respect. Also, good luck to Year 13 and their internal assessments coming up. That's all from me. See you next month, and back to the studio.
Thank you for watching Wootton's Livecast. Please remember to follow the school's COVID guidelines, including wearing masks and staying safe.
We'll be seeing you next month with more news and events at Wootton Upper School.
We are also looking for new anchors. If you are interested in presenting for Livecast, stay tuned for more information.
Thank you for watching and
Goodbye.